I bought this shirt after Toy Story 4 came out, and I think I've worn it in every single movie review I've ever done since that had anything to do with astronauts, and finally, it pays off. Hey there guys, my name is Tom, welcome back to my movie channel, and thank you very much for joining me for this, my review of the brand new Pixar movie, Lightyear. So Lightyear is the movie about Buzz Lightyear. It's the movie that Andy saw that inspired him to buy the toy that we all know and love from the Toy Story franchise. But this is a movie that doesn't necessarily feel like it's part of the Toy Story franchise, and I feel like the mindset you've got to have when you go into this movie is just think of it as you're going in to watch a space adventure. You're not going in to watch a Toy Story movie because it really is its own thing. And if you guys haven't been here before, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on my take on all things movies, and make sure you leave your thoughts on Lightyear in the comments section below. So Lightyear, this is actually one of my most anticipated movies for 2022. I was very excited to see this film. Overall, I really like this movie. I had a great time watching it. Definitely one of my favorites of this year so far. I enjoyed this movie. I thought it was fun. I thought it was funny, heartfelt, entertaining. Chirs Evans as Buzz absolutely crushes it. And the first 30 minutes of this movie, I think the movie is like an hour and a half. The first third of this movie, the first like half an hour is like absolutely outstanding. It's definitely the strongest part of the film, and it's the best part of the film in my opinion. The first 30, this movie starts off with a bang. They're in the middle of a mission with Buzz and Alicia Hawthorne, his fellow space ranger and his partner throughout the film, and I love their dynamic. Both of those two, great dynamic. You really get invested in both of them as and their relationship within the first 30 minutes of the movie. And the first 30 minutes of the movie, like I said, fantastic. Absolutely great. And then, of course, you have Socks, the cat, the robot cat, stole the entire movie for me. Absolutely steals the show. He's hilarious. And God, I want a Socks, for myself. I want one. Give me one of those. The thing I love most about this movie is that if you took the Buzz Lightyear out of it, if you took the Buzz Lightyear and the Toy Story, IP out of this, all that aside, this movie is just a great sci-fi film. It doesn't matter that it's Pixar and it's animated and it's Toy Story adjacent. On its own, it stands on its own as a great sci-fi adventure film. And it has all the markings of a great sci-fi film that you want in it. I love the design of this film. I love the way it looks aesthetically. I love the way it's animated. It looks very retro. You can feel the inspiration that this movie took from, the other great sci-fi movies of cinematic history. And, there's the odd wink here or there to the Toy Story franchise, a couple of references here and there that, audiences will pick up on and enjoy, and I got a kick out of as well. And Lightyear as a whole is a movie I would say is a almost perfect Pixar movie. Almost. I mean, you've done a pretty good job with your movie of people coming out saying it's almost perfect. I don't know how many other people are saying that, but me and my friends certainly said that. So I have a few criticisms of this movie that are relatively, they might seem like a big deal, and when I say it, that you might think, that seems like a pretty important criticism, and a pretty important big flaw in the movie. But I found the movie overall to be so entertaining that for me, these become kind of minor criticisms. So within the first 30 minutes, there is a central theme to this movie that's established. And after the 30 minutes happens, when something happens, something obviously goes awry with a mission that Buzz is trying to do. And after that, after the 30 minutes, and I understand sort of why, because certain things are different than they were in the first 30 minutes, but the central theme for the movie, it's almost as if the movie forgot about it, and it just kind of goes away, or takes is off to the side, and it's acknowledged little bits here and there, and I really wanted them to hit harder on a lot of that, the central theme of the movie. And there are other sort of, other themes that the movie introduces as well, but I really think they could have hit that a little harder and a little stronger, because it would have made the movie a bit more of from an emotional storytelling point of view. It would have really helped me, in particular, as an audience member, be a lot more emotionally invested in the film. And it just feels like they sort of just forgot to bring that up again and bring that back around. And by the end of the movie, it is sort of forgotten about. And I don't know, it just kind of it just kind of let me down in a little bit because I was looking for them, and Pixar's so good in general with, you know, their movies have a theme or a message or something they want to get across to the audience, and they're really good at hitting us in the feels with those kinds of things. And I was looking for Lightyear to do that, a bit like Coco, right? Coco just kills me every time. And so I was looking for Lightyear to do that, and in moments it did, but not as a whole. They didn't stick to it the whole way through. Okay, here's my other criticism of the movie. And this is kind of a minor point again, but so obviously we know from the trailers, Zurg is in this movie. And there is a choice that the writers made, and there is an aspect to the story surrounding the Zurg character that I cannot get into specifics on because it would go into spoiler territory. But there is a story aspect that they chose to go down with Zurg that I am not sure how I feel about it. I definitely don't like it. I don't think I completely hate it. I think it added a certain complication to the movie that didn't need to be there. I thought it was a little unnecessary, and it didn't sit right with me. And I get what it tried to do, but I don't think it completely accomplished its goal. Like, I understand their reasoning for wanting to have this certain plot element in the movie. I can understand it. I just don't think it executed quite the way they were hoping it would. And I think from seeing other reviews online, I think that's the thing that's throwing some people off. And it definitely threw me for a loop. But overall, I had a great time watching Lightyear. Like, it is just a fantastic sci-fi adventure film, even without being Toy Story adjacent. You know, you have Chirs Evans voicing Buzz Lightyear. I couldn't help but hearing Captain America whenever he spoke. Like, just like Buzz Lightyear and Captain America, like, I think those two would be like best buddies because they share a lot of the same moral values and things like that. And so it's almost like watching Captain America as a space ranger, which is kind of weird. But overall, I think Lightyear is a great movie. I really had a great time watching this film. I'm going to go see it again. It's one of my favorites of the year. You know, criticisms notwithstanding. And, you know, I have my criticisms. As I said, it's not a perfect movie, but I would describe it as an almost perfect movie if, you know, a couple of those things that I mentioned, you know, were done a little bit better and executed more and whatnot. But anyway, guys, I want to know what you think. Have you guys seen Lightyear yet? If you have, make sure you jump down in the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. Also, if you haven't been here before, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you stick around, and make sure you leave your thoughts in the comments section below. My name is Tom, and until next time, guys, to infinity and beyond.